Label my podcast. Man, shout out to my nigga Tremaine for sending me this Christine Kanai hat. Definitely appreciate the drip. Free my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Free him on that life sentence, man. But definitely shout out to him, man. Lot going on. Tory Lanez. Diddy. They want a Diddy trial. And they stabbed Tory Lanez in prison. They said 14 times. So what I wanted to get into was an interview. Before we get into the reaction to the Tory Lanez, I want to get into an interview. My bad. Man, shit, what going on? And the interview gonna I kind of feel like now check this out, folks. I'm on your time tonight, right? I feel like there's some conspiracy shit going on, man. I feel like there's some conspiracy shit going on, bro. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this interview, and then we're gonna fast forward into the present times, like what's going on today. Make sure y'all drinking y'all water, man. He said fly. What's going on though, man? So we finna get into it, man. I'm just representing the merch my nigga gave me, man. My nigga sent me this merch from behind the wall, this hat. So we're gonna get into the interview.
It's just a great effort. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
and then we're gonna get into the controversy part of it. Bougie, what's going on? The topic at hand right now is Tory Lanez. Was it a hit? I'm giving y'all a little backstory on it before we get into what's really going on.
At the end of this, not only would I get out of this, but that I would get out of this and be bigger than I've ever been. And I've watched everything happen into full fruition.
Hey, check this out. I was gonna jump on what's going on, Miss Teresa. We finna get into this little Tory Lanez situation. I really don't be with the conspiracy type of situations, but I kind of feel like this may be a conspiracy of some sort. So I'm just giving a little background on the reason is why. Basically, he let out a little bit in information in these interviews, far as just his state of mind. He ain't broken. He still feel like he innocent. He was railroaded, but you know he was working against a lot. Like for real, he had a whole establishment against him. So you know, hey, I keep pressing the wrong remote. Oh, this is what I meant to tell you. I was supposed to get on live a little earlier today, right? I fucked around, went in the kitchen and whipped up some barbecue baked beans with a little light ground beef in it, added me some sweet baby barbecue sauce. Then I made me some little cheeseburgers. Man, I fell asleep, you know what I'm saying? That shit was so good to me. That shit put me down for about 5 hours, 4 hours at most. I needed that little power now, though. So, hey.
I mean, God allows me insight on things that are about to happen.
Okay, you're going to talk about the case a little bit. We're going to get to that.
Yeah, we're going to get to the case. That's what I'm trying to get to. Shout out to Academic, though.
And the Hands of God Project basically allows
exactly. Happy belated Mother's Day too. All these beautiful mothers,
basically get back on appeal and also get
hard working mothers, get the job done, mothers, man.
a month for resentencing. I give them all.
Happy Mother's Day on behalf of the Late Bloomer Podcast. I definitely appreciate all the mothers that tap in for sure, for sure.
And you doing that from all right there.
Yeah, I'm doing it from jail. I send 7 people up, $14 a person every single month.
Wow.
No matter
Happy belated birthday. Happy birthday to everyone who had a birthday so far.
You know, relationship with God or those type of things, it can feel like no one's here for you. And so I called it the Hands of God Project because if you feel like no one's here for you, at least you know the hand of God is on you.
Y'all know the Mexicans stuck on him, right?
That's what it was about.
So it's finna be a race war that's finna go on in California behind this shit. Just know that.
There's so many things that I had to come here and learn and see how people were being treated. This is modern day slavery. I want to say that as well. You know, I watched dudes.
Got me a new lighter too.
Have no support system, no family.
And I also, for the first time, I got the shit that go in it. Yeah. I ain't know what this shit was in the store. You heard?
9-hour days and make 35 cents an hour. And
I got the combo. I'm feeling real smokerish now. I'm feeling real smokerish for real.
When you go to prison, you go back to like the 1960s or something. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like you're being under.
Let's get to the goddamn what's going on, Tory.
You know, nah, everybody in prison on my side, they're like, yo, we know that's bullshit.
Hey, and guess what? It was some guys who spoke up since Tory done got stuck, and they was like, man, bro, in jail, innocent, man. You know, when niggas in prison, if y'all don't know, when you in prison, okay, by his case being public, okay, you got the public side of things, but then when you get in prison, you got, okay, you're gonna have people who, bro, celebrity. So at the end of the day, they might not have listened to his music or whatever, but they basing him off how he carry himself. So he's still a celebrity. So he done got in. He probably done, you know what I'm saying? He doing his time. He programming. So he done probably got close to a couple people to the point where they done seen his paperwork, done read it, and putting 2 and 2 together like, nah, this some bullshit. This ain't making sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Oh yeah, goddamn right, bro. My man got a new one. Yeah, man. Come on, new light again. Torch.
It's real life politics.
Dreamtown, stop smoking them big work. Feel like all the weed smoking out the front.
Once you talk to him, you realize, like, nah, that's a good guy, right? You know,
man, listen here.
Everybody in prison on my side.
Let me tell you something. When you smoke by yourself, who gives a fuck? When you buy your own bud, who gives a fuck? Zilla got wow. Let me tell you something, goddamn it. Let me turn the camera because I mean this shit. If I don't listen to no other Zilla song, he got a song called You Ain't Never Gotta Worry About That. Got my own though. When I want to get high, that's all that matter. That's all that matter, man. You can buy your own shit. Don't worry, that's why I don't have smoke buddies. I ain't got time for no motherfucker telling me how I roll up and put something in there. Man, go get the. Oh, you still smoke out of this? Or you don't smoke no wood? So, man, you'll get your ass on. Man, go ahead on with this shit, bro. Get out of my face with that, man. You finna upset me, sir.
Okay.
I want you to.
Y'all remember that young man I told y'all I got into it with at the gas station? He didn't want me to save him, reach out to him. He didn't want my assistance, but I still turned him over to some, you know what I'm saying? So it might be in the help is in progress. So let's see if it happens.
You're in jail for 10 years.
My bloods be looking like literal fingers.
When they go at the GSR on the thing, they say, hey, the GSR is on 2 people. They say the GSR is on you.
I understand, man. I mean, you know, when you can afford it, it makes sense, man.
Let's make sure that we DNA test you.
Right.
You know what? Yo, you guys.
You know, this is old CBD hemp.
Right.
Go give your DNA test up.
You know, this old CBD hemp. So, you know, I ain't trying to put no 3 5s in it. And, you know,
They only DNA you.
I ain't showing out, man.
They don't DNA anybody else. They just DNA you. And
okay, we finna get to the real shit though. Tory, I can't just really hear him talk so goddamn. Oh, proper ass shit. What are you talking about, Tory? God damn, man. Let's see what Brick Baby talking about. We gonna go to Brick Baby. I ain't even know they had this clip. Brick Baby called for jail. There's no jumper. Sir Kilo, what it do, Sir Kilo?
Because I know a way that
we got Sir Kilo the Don tapping in from Mississippi. Shout out to Chris, Sir Kilo, man. And 6'1" Youngin, man. Shout out to 6'1" Youngin, Mr. Yeah.
Well, he was on the phone with Diddy, and then he dropped like a few subliminals that was like, I dare niggas to do me how they did great. You feel me, right? So pretty much like, so folks thought that it was a dot diss. A few, you know, like dot associates came at him on Twitter.
So you telling me Kendrick said hit?
Are you really? I'll be real, man, because it's. I mean, bro, you get stabbed after you just Kendrick after threats were made to you.
But how long ago was that?
Dot needs to get investigated. I'm just being real, man.
How long was that?
I ain't nigga here saying anything.
And you think they waited a month ago?
Shit. And listen, bro.
See what I'm saying, y'all? I know y'all don't be wanting a nigga to go to City there. This shit is straight bullshit. Okay. Come on in, man.
Hey, man, it's Brick, not from Street.
Oh, Brick in the building, man. Brick, what's going on, man?
Oh, man, just tapping in, see what's up with my brother. I just got cussed off for Remo for being less of a friend. It wasn't on purpose, though.
Yeah, I had to get on, bro. I'm like, man, why?
Appreciate y'all tapping in, though. I know it. I know it's early.
Hey, we trying to line up.
Yeah, Sally, you know, you got me calling in, man. Hey, man, listen, man. Listen. That man had me on his platform. That man gave me shout out. Stop calling that man Teddy. City. Yeah, stop calling that man City Telly Nash, man. God damn, man.
All right. We're gonna cite the sources TMZ, so it is what it is.
TMZ.
Exclusive TMZ, baby. Tory Lanez stabbed in prison. This isn't how Tory Lanez wants to get out of prison. What he is, after suffering a prison yard stabbing so bad in his hospital treatment, TMZ has learned.
We might have some visionaries in the chat, man.
Monday morning, when another inmate stabbed him, according to multiple sources, including one law enforcement.
No, talk your shit, guys. I'm just talking shit, though.
But one source tells us Tory was rushed to ambulance by a nearby civilian hospital in Bakersfield.
Lee John right here.
He posted a pic of himself looking pretty buff behind bars and bragging his next album would be dropping soon. The artist is serving a 10-year sentence at the California State Prison for the 2020 shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. Tory and Megan are still battling each other in court. She's accusing him of
still battling each other
to continue publicly smearing and cyber stalking her. We're told Tory's stabbings is non-life threatening. Story development.
Shit.
Before we go further, and I hear my thoughts on this, would y'all like to know what other inmates been housed there? Like famous ones? Let's go. Before we go.
It ain't the one I'm talking about. All right, here we go, right here. Here we go, y'all. Bear with me. Here we go.
That happened. It gets crazier. Spider Look pops out with an audio that you just thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. Tory Lanez, his face. Both of his lungs collapsed, and he was placed on a breathing apparatus. He is now breathing on his own. Despite being in pain, he is talking normally.
That nigga ain't had no both his lungs collapsed though.
Thank for God, he is pulling through.
I'm talking his ass off.
Thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. Tory Lanez, prayer emoji, umbrella.
Earlier. I'm gonna say this though. Cause I ain't know, I didn't know damn, you got Tilly stuck in my head. I ain't know City Nash, possibly had a reason for why they moved him. I'm gonna just say this now. When they earlift your ass, when you in prison, they don't just earlift you for nothing. It's serious though. You gotta been had a real reason for them to earlift you. That's a whole helicopter that they dropping down in the penitentiary. So the money or none of this shit don't mean nothing. Your ass an inmate, you walk in the yard. So you might not have had 2 lungs collapse, but to be stuck 14 times, like I done seen buku niggas get stuck in prison, like real shit. And I done seen that the helicopter drop down too though. So once again, when they have to airlift you, it ain't just nothing just to look over. They be trying to get your ass out of here. Life flight.
Then not only does that happen, not only does that happen, it gets crazier. Spider Loc pops out with an audio that you just gotta hear.
Okay, this the best kind of audio right here though, like from somebody that's locked up in there with Tory Lanez, and he just depicting what's going on.
Next thing on the bus on the boy Tory, they airlifted him in there. That's gonna respond when we come up, respond.
So you know how that's gonna respond.
What was it over? Over somebody did he have a hit? Gambling hit or something?
Nah, nothing like that. I don't even really know what's worried about the whole situation,
So it was like some foul play, so it's gonna be up.
Yeah, it did. For sure it was some foul play.
Damn.
See how I go out there in California though, it's gang bang, but it's on some race shit. So the Mexicans stuck on Tory Lanez. Fuck the reasoning, there's some foul play. So bruh saying once they come off a lockdown, it's finna go up again behind Tory Lanez.
He had a whole chair full of next. Well, you already know once we get off this one, we got some color on.
I'm already knowing. God damn. You don't know if he's gonna be all right or not either.
We don't know yet. He's gonna be all right, though. He's gonna pull through though.
That's right. That's right. I've been out here the whole time he's been going through. I've been feeling like that railroad. I hate to see him in that position. I'm glad
for sure he got railroad.
I'm glad that the Lord.
I said, every man in prison, bro.
I believe it. 100%. How he been programming it? He been programming cool?
All he do is program, come outside, work out, play ball, do him.
That's right.
Work out, play ball, do him. He programming, man.
Like 3 weeks.
I remember on that interview though, he was talking about all of the. On that interview that I was playing y'all at first, bro was speaking about the new deal that he just signed, the business ventures. And it just goes back to the hat that I'm rocking. Like I said, shout out to my boy Tremaine. Man, they can lock you up physically, but they cannot lock up your mind. You know what I'm saying? It's all about you. The time that you already putting in, you got to do this shit. So it's all about what you trying to accomplish while you locked up. From the trades to just the bullshit that you getting into. So some people choose to use their time and become a beast. Like I use my time for the best. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of shit that I put forward and said I wanted to do while I was in prison, like I did when I got out. So it's about just continuing. So yeah.
Now they said he had 2 collapsed lungs, and miraculously, within a couple of hours, he was speaking and breathing regularly. But if you just Google if both your lungs collapse, would you be able to speak? That's impossible. Check it out. Both lungs collapse. Speaking will become very difficult, if not impossible, due to the.
You ain't gonna lie to him, huh? He gonna Google, search everything on your ass.
Severely restricts breathing.
That's the one thing about this new world. Man, you can't tell nobody shit. They finna hit Google on your ass fast and read it off. Disrespectful ass generation. They gonna fun fact your ass to death.
Exhaling. This process is vital for breathing and generating the airflow necessary for speech. Collapsed lung. A pneumothorax or collapsed lung occurs when air builds up in the space between the lung and chest wall, preventing the lung from fully expanding. Impact or speech. With both lungs collapsed, the ability to inhale and exhale is significantly impaired. That would make it very difficult, if not impossible, to generate the airflow needed.
This nigga like Reed. I ain't gonna lie. One thing about him, he like Reed.
Especially attention pneumothorax, where the collapsed lung puts pressure on other organs like the heart. Medical attention. If you suspect a collapsed lung, seek immediate medical attention. Wait. No. It gets interesting too. Don't worry about it.
He said, I'm guilty. Can't tell me no hit it. You hit that boy, what going on, G? Yeah, what's going on, Great Discovery? So you can't tell you shit, you hitting that joint fast, huh?
The treatment method and the individual's overall health. Here's a more detailed.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I hardly ever do this shit though, bro. It just have to be something real. I don't never do this shit though, bro.
More severe cases. If a chest tube is needed to drain the air, the recovery period might be a little longer, perhaps.
This nigga still read. I'm watching the screen. Still read.
Fairly quickly. Full recovery from a collapse.
We get it now. We get it.
Came about. Check it out.
This nigga all type of shit.
Desert Factor Roughneck says Whack 100 is trying to cause friction between Mexicans and blacks by saying Tory Lanez was attacked by a Mexican. Roughneck says Tory was attacked due to a personal issue with another individual who is the same race as Tory. Roughneck TV. My homegirls work there as nurses from Victorville. Black is spinning a narrative big time trying to cause friction between blacks and Mexicans. SMH. It was a personal attack.
I can't blame them. Everybody trying to get over on you somehow in every way they can. That's true too. If some shit don't sound right, I gotta fact you.
New info research from inside sources say Tory Lanez was targeted in prison by Mexicans due to using his wealth to quickly rise to shot caller status, giving his people the upper hand inside. He was allegedly funding inside crimes and putting bags on.
There they go with some bullshit.
What's up, Fred? Yo, I can't hold on. What's up? What's going on?
You didn't stab my boy, huh?
Yeah.
So it wasn't no Mexican. He said 3. They saying 14.
How you doing? He alive. That motherfucking penitentiary gonna go up with them gates right now. I don't know what the fuck 1090 gate is talking about. It couldn't have been nobody from another race. Nigga, when a stabbing happened from another race, they locked the prison down. That shit ain't gonna go off till they wrap them doors. That's right. But he said somebody covered, they flipped the yard. So like, they brought like a whole other prison on yard.
Oh no, though. Wack be knowing shit too, though. So I don't know if he lying or not.
I ain't never that's shit. This 50-50 and PC shit they got going on. Like they're shut one yard down, one prison, take all the inmates, put them on a bus, sell them to a whole nother prison, and just release them to the yard. That's some dangerous shit.
They say he was.
My granddaddy did tell me when I was a little boy that the greatest feeling is getting over.
That's all I was trying to tell motherfuckers. They like, what we talking about?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. I done talked about some good ones over here, man. Hey, it ain't nothing like a good come up, man. That motherfucker give you that Grinch smile when you get. I'm talking about when you can come up like I'm talking about like a real finesse joint. That's what I'm finna say. That real finesse joint. Ooh, that motherfucker, it do something to your soul. Like shit, I need one right now. So it ain't nothing like a good one, man. A good one when ain't nobody got to bleed for you to succeed. Shit. Hey man, listen.
Oh.
Your granddad ain't never lied. I know your granddad left the family something. You know, he He laid on down with a hank. If granddad was giving out that type of guy, yeah. I know he left you a pickup truck.
Maybe somebody, I don't know what that's about. That's a little different.
Yeah. If he don't know, he gonna find out for sure.
I've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
I know we can help a lot of people in there, but appeals and shit.
We're getting on here telling the shit now.
Maybe he ain't been looking out for them. Maybe that's what it is.
Or be having you out with pills and shit. Damn, he's still in jail. He gotta go back.
I don't know. That's it. I don't know yet. I don't know. Maybe he had. I don't know.
He left a bunch of jewels to me. I never would.
No, he don't owe nobody. I don't know. Never know. They could been a motherfucker walking around bullshit. They could have words.
But then he just said he don't know too though.
No story going on with a nigga no Mexico, California.
Hell nah.
Got your motherfucker mind. The black ain't let that happen. Not gonna lie.
But the blacks don't extort other blacks in them?
You said Mexican though.
I'm gonna slow it down again for those that slow. I'm Mexican happy.
Damn.
Fuck what you saying fit.
But you can still hit them. You can still hit.
Whack one bogus ass can tell the past, future, and present.
What you saying don't even make sense. That's like me talking to you about crack. You think a motherfucking nigga will go over here to a Mexican dropout?
So let me ask y'all though. For the few of y'all that's in the comments, you know, what y'all thinking though? Could it be in prison politics or is it bigger though? What did he do for them to stab him? That's what I'm saying. That's the part that don't nobody know. Everybody just, speculating right now, but it was a dude that was locked up. And that's locked up, they were saying shit when they get out lockdown, it's going up. Like it was some foul play. So I'm feeling like I don't know, maybe it could be one of those things. Let's say if the Mexicans stuck Tory Lanez. Let's go there first then. Let's go there first. If the Mexicans stuck Tory Lanez, seeing as though in California prisons is race-based, is definitely a different type of politics. So if the Mexicans jumped out there and stuck him, like she's saying, would they kind of allude to it being a hit for them to just go out their way to put, Mexicans don't argue. Tory been locked up a couple years now, so he know how prison politics work. He done seen some shit. He know Mexicans sticking and doing this and doing that. Niggas pressing for some of their rap money, of course, and Tory, but we see this movie on Netflix. I feel like Tory do got an attitude, but they saying, what if I'm saying if it was Mexicans? So you feel like the Mexicans just bucked him, came up to him, tried to press him? Now, if it was a nigga, another, a brother, I could see it being, nigga having some words. But why go to sticking them? Why stick them? That's still the real. This why I feel like it could be some truth to the Mexican shit. From me doing time in prison, niggas ain't just really too quick to stick. They will when they know what's going on. Now you have some of them niggas that just been locked up a long time and they just slang on. You know what I'm saying? They know what's going on because you are around other lifers. You are around niggas who got more serious charges than yours. Like niggas walk around with bone crushers and shit all day, every day. So you got some niggas that, just to pop you down with the butcher for real. But for the most part, if it was some situation like that, I could see a nigga really just go on and smash and Tory. Unless Tory upped his butcher. You know what I'm saying? If it was SA, it was just because he black and it was a norm. Right. He might have just been Alabama. So I'm more inclined to believe that it was some SAs though, bro. That's just me. Because black people just need more context because he had no business even talking to that thing anyway. He probably tried to get a burner and ask the wrong person. I tried to. It ain't no telling. Definitely need more context. And I'm sure it'll come out.
I don't know how prison run. I don't know.
I know. Yeah, that's why your theory is crazy. That ain't gonna, in California prisons, I don't know other states, that race shit is very territorial.
Oh, somebody said,
the Mexicans ain't gonna let the black.
hey, bro, 100 King Vons versus 100 gorillas versus one gorilla. Man, hell nah, you got put on the wrong set.
Right, but he in critical position at this time, right?
That mean he in the hospital.
Yeah.
I thought he was in General Pop.
Yeah. I know that. Yeah.
Critical is critical. Life support is life.
Why say King Vons?
Motherfucker hit you in the face, in the chest, they might.
Why not just say like they been saying 100 men versus a gorilla?
Yeah. Didn't he just win something with an appeal or something?
Yeah, I don't even think. I definitely don't think it was no put down shit. And why the fuck would he go try to join the SA gang? He around all these Crips and Bloods, and they already on some race shit anyway. Man, hell nah.
That would go. Hey.
Where he going to say it for the rest of his stay after this? I know he finna sign that paperwork for a health risk. It makes sense. It makes sense, bro, especially if.
Yeah, that's
especially if he an innocent man in prison. You know what I'm saying? Like for whatever reason he in there joint. In there anyway though. Whether he innocent or guilty. Shit, being stuck 14 times and you know you're not affiliated and you still got time to do is a lot to weigh on your conscience. You know, let's say it was a hit put on him. If it was a hit put on him, it's still on him. But it was just a sticking hit, just to stick him a couple times. He might have got put on a hood that got smoked with the essays. Oh, okay. That's true. But why would he be walking by himself if he put on the hood now though? You know what I'm saying? If you affiliate, they ain't going nowhere by themselves. So he in error already. He bullshitting already. You join the gang and to walk by yourself. To that's what you join the group of niggas for, to be around them. So if he did that shit, he a damn fool. He should have checked the game first. He did his background. I hope he ain't did that.
That's some black on black work, in my opinion. Now I could be wrong. And everything that I said could be 100% wrong. It definitely could.
He said black on black work.
They was able to make that call and talk so freely on the phone like that. That right there is kind of off. And the fact that nobody ever reported that the prison was getting shut down, like cats was going on lockdown as precautionary. Come on, bro. Come on, man. I ain't been to prison, but I know how to go in there. This story.
I don't know, but I wouldn't want to get put on the hood and prison. I'd rather do it in the free world, because they're going to beat the break off your boy.
Let's understand, Tory Lanez,
yeah.
being extorted, but he for sure taking care of some people in there. You telling me that Tory Lanez is up in there, got his money, everything like that, that they gonna let something happen to him? For real? Has Tory Lanez ever been accused of chipping something as far as dudes go in California as part of any game? Tory Lanez has maintained his innocence for a reason. Whether you believe he did or didn't, he has to maintain his innocence. Because if he goes in there with that type of charge on the breath, that might not be frowned up, that might not be liked at all. Now, that's not saying that anything will happen to him, because I still think these cats will rock with him. But one thing I know for sure is this don't make any damn sense. It just doesn't. None of this makes any damn sense, bro. I think Tory Lanez got stabbed in his back by somebody, and it did pierce a lung, and that's why he was up there like that. That's why he got that freaking flight there, because, bro, he has to, or he'll die. I think he had one collapsed lung, and then that's basically it. I think it probably wasn't even that. I think he had a pierced lung.
For example, is Chris Brown a real Peru in your opinion?
That's what I believe. I don't believe that facility.
Is Chris Brown a real Peru in my opinion? I say if the niggas say he is, then yeah. I don't know. I don't know what Chris Brown did to get put on. All I know is that the Bloods that he affiliate himself with, and the ones they said he a real Peru. They said he politic with the people from his neighborhood and shit like that, regardless of the reasons he did it, you know. But they said he fuck with that community. So if they saying he real, who am I to say he ain't? Being real. I think for myself, G, I ain't even gonna lie, how a lot of niggas think. I don't go with the notion of how other people think and this and that and this and that. I'm gonna sit down and you know, just think about it how I'm gonna think about it. So shit, if the hood he rep say he real, that's all they really matter. When they come out and say he ain't real, then that's a different story. But he from a hood that back and what he doing. And he been around them for a long time. Long time now. So that's my opinion on it. That's just the same way with the Lil Waynes and you know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne turned blood in front of our eyes, but he still was, you know, in theory, you know, niggas would rather you do it when you younger. You know, niggas would rather you do it when you younger. I heard, what's the nigga from Detroit? But do the town and the whole slide for Chris Brown is the moral of the course. Would they slap him if he gets into? Of course they would. Soda Baby, yeah, that nigga Soda Baby said he became a blood when he was grown. And the thing about it, he say that though. He ain't ashamed. That don't take away from, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't been blooding since he was a teenager. You know, niggas do shit for different reasons. I feel like they gonna slide for Chris Brown. He done did enough for him. He done put in enough work from their ass. Like at the end of the day, you gotta look at it like this too. Though. I'm gonna be real with you. That's you can't. It's your commentary. I'm gonna say this: you can't knock a nigga for what he choose to do. There, here it go. Exactly right. You can't knock a nigga for what they choose to do. You know what I'm saying? Or they reasons why we'll never understand it. I'm gonna say this. Okay, prime example. I'm gonna put the camera on myself real quick. Prime example. I talk about Diddy a lot. B Diddy. That's finesse 2-time manager and woo. All right. I remember when Diddy was getting into it. Diddy a fighting ass nigga, man. Diddy a fighting ass nigga. So Diddy had got a tour with the Kitchen Crips. I want to say, I could be a little off on this jump though, but I want to say it was behind his brother. His brother Vice Lord. Diddy wasn't Vice Lord at first. They from North Memphis. They had that little shit going on. What was they? Taliban. They were Taliban. So Diddy, the type of brother though, he gonna always stick up for his little brother, even though his little brother affiliated and he got other, you know what I'm saying, vice lords and shit. He gonna stick up for him. Diddy like, hell nah, they my mama's son, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm locked up with him. It's my mama's son. So fuck that. So I want to say it was behind his little brother, and he wasn't finna let them fight his little brother. So shit, he was like, shit, I go in there. And he ended up fought two of them. And behind that, it was like, you know, I guess it was gonna be some little static or whatever, but I remember his reasoning was, I remember he told me that Pokey, you know what I'm saying, had personally palmed him up or whatever, how that shit go. But he was like, they was telling him that he couldn't keep his brother affiliated, he not. So they obligated to ride with his brother, but they weren't obligated to ride with him, even though he's sticking up for his brother. So it makes sense that he might have he already run with them. He knew most of them from the street. He just wasn't plugged in. You know what I'm saying? He just, so it made, I'm like, Diddy, why you finna do that shit, bro? Going? He was like, nah, truth, it gonna make sense, bro. Well, you know, so shit, that's what happened. So it's just about the nigga. To me, It's just about the man and just about the person. Like in this sense, he wasn't doing this shit for protection. He was already a solid nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was already a player, had player ways anyway. You know what I'm saying? It just made sense. So it could be in an instance like that where it makes sense. And if you make sense and you taking care of the business, how you taking care of the business, it don't matter what age you is. Some niggas be honorary niggas anyway. You be running with niggas so long, you be guilty by association anyway. So if you and I said that to say this, why wouldn't you fuck with the nigga from your neighborhood? Fuck, hey, okay, yeah, we don't put him on. But this the nigga from the neighborhood who can make a change. This the one that's successful from the neighborhood. This the one who coming back, who is. That's what they be so, that's why they be, it's so big on, man, come back to the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Put somebody else on. So when niggas do that, when you giving other niggas in the neighborhood opportunities, that's what most people just be wanting, the opportunity. Put some light on me. So by bruh being a Paru, being from their neighborhood, you know how much light he done put on them and how many artists he done had in his videos. I think some of his dancers and shit, some of them niggas done been Parus and shit. So he big in his community. So yeah, to answer your question once again, yeah, they gonna press the button about him. Maybe not all of them, but the ones that he fuck with gonna press the button about it, in my opinion. So really, when it comes to Tory Lanez, though, y'all feel like how y'all feeling about Tory Lanez, though? It's really too early to decipher. We don't know if it was a hit. Y'all don't think it was no controversy involved, no conspiracy involved. I mean, excuse me. Just prison politics. One more. Two bases we fight. Who y'all think got the best? Who y'all think got the best commentary on this Diddy trial?
After allegedly being stabbed.
We're gonna see what Law and Crime got. I'm wondering to myself, because myself just be wondering. All these pictures they showing the Diddy, he must ain't got that black spray in his head. Cause all the pictures they showing his shit gray as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So he must be in there, but that bitch just real granddaddy mode. See, that's why a nigga gotta, at the same time, you gotta find yourself, cause you can get so used to that goddamn spray on. We just talked about that spray. I'm trying to see where Diddy is. Is this Diddy? The cartoon? Because that's what I'm saying. He got a head full of grace. See, that's what I'm saying. These men, y'all gotta stop bullshitting with yourself. It's gonna come a time where you can't get that black spray. Cause I've been trying to see where Diddy is. I ain't seen him yet. I've been seeing this old ass picture they've been showing the old man. I'm like, damn, it's Cosby. But there's Diddy. You see what I'm saying? Okay, then we finna get into it a little bit though.
Definitely, aside from compelling and revealing open statements by both the prosecution and defense.
Man, y'all get them lights up though. Damn, fuck with me. Tune in, don't tune me out. Get a couple likes up.
Diddy wearing a disguise, the rapper being pushed up against the wall. This is your definitive recap of everything that happened.
Definitive recap. Sidebar. They got Diddy looking, oh, Diddy, they got Diddy. They were like, Cosby, for real, man.
Today was officially day one of the federal criminal trial of Sean Diddy Combs from Cassandra Ventura's lawsuit back in November.
So they not gonna air this shit on TV? That's cold-blooded. Cassie ain't no victim, though. She was a participant, if you ask me. You know what? All that could be true. But let me ask you this. How do we get past? What do you think that footage gonna like? As let's say you was a juror. I get it. You said she a victim. Keep that in mind, right? She a victim to you. New life. She a victim to you. But from her victim eyes, how do you explain the hallway incident, what happened in the hotel? Was she still a participant then? Did she ask him to kick her in her stomach? Like he stumped her too. You know, he know how to stump and kick. So let me ask you that. It would look like red fart. We keep on forgetting all these men almost 60. Diddy damn near 60, ain't it? Diddy gotta be 55.
With federal prosecutors in the Southern District of New York assert Combs engaged in
Keep on feeling like I'm getting older. No, he older than motherfucker. Shit.
He established this network, this enterprise, this pattern of criminal activity that was particularly engaged in the
Nah, I don't feel like that, but one of them niggas in court said she asked to be pissed on. That's cool. I know some people that. Let me ask you this. So, how many of y'all out here though in the chat that asked a woman that asked you, let me squirt on you? To me, I feel like that's pissing. So I feel like if a woman asks you to squirt, let me squirt, I feel like she asking you, let me piss on you. It's the same thing. You see what I'm saying? Some people into that though. So let me ask you still said piss. How do you distinguish piss from a fist? Piss from a kick? You know, we know people into some shit, but just going back to that footage now, it ain't look like she wanted that one now. She might have been into a whole lot, but it ain't saying like she was into that.
In that court, watching it play out. This is a high interest case. This is an important case.
There go Diddy.
It is only right that we try to provide you with as much information as we possibly can. So right now, we are going to lay out day one. Jury being finalized.
Look how that y'all hear that torch. Yeah.
Law and crimes reporter Elizabeth Milner, who is in that courthouse today. Elizabeth, so good to see you as always. First things first, okay? And I want to let you go because you got to be eating today. I know there's been so much
She
going on
asked
today.
to be pissed on.
And what was it like today getting into that courtroom? I understand.
Any chance Diddy
However you look, first check kind of.
any chance Diddy beat these charges?
Exactly what you're looking for. Fuera del horario, fuera del big bucks, por $6.
Cause we don't know.
Popeyes.
Yeah, damn.
Your house.
It's like I get all the commercials.
Your house, no matter what condition it's in. If you
This motherfucker just came on. It's commercial up.
Oh, well, Jesse, I got there super early, a little bit, like around 7 o'clock a.m. this morning.
I didn't want to miss a thing.
Line for us because that's how many people want to be here, want to be inside that courthouse, want to be inside that courtroom, whether it's the general public, whether it's journalists, whether it's...
How you doing time?
Yeah.
You doing hard time?
This morning, the line was all the way down the block, and it was just crazy packed. So many journalists, so many people who just wanted a chance to again be inside that courtroom today. But it was just a madhouse. Like a lot of us in the media were kind of comparing it to the Hunger Games. It was really that serious because a lot of people wanted to make sure, one, that they had their place in line, and two, that they were able to get inside in their same place in line, because obviously with this being such a high profile trial with a lot of eyes on it, everyone wanted to be inside that courtroom. So there were sometimes people were cutting the line, people were trying to get ahead.
I could just, I'm looking at her, and I could just get, you know how you just get to watching somebody's mouth, this motherfucker just saying like it just, I ain't even lying.
That are going up, but the bailiffs, sometimes they catch it, sometimes they don't. But then
I'm zooted too, so it might be the reason. I'm just focused. Him, like, start a prison in the time. Ooh, message.
And I followed you on X, and you took a video of Rodney Lil Rod Jones.
Need to do something, goddamn it.
He showed up today. That was something to say the least. I mean, was he in the courtroom at all? And were you surprised to see him? What was he doing?
Who was Lil Rod? That's the guy that tried to put the lawsuit on Diddy.
Standing in the line, just like the rest of us, he came in probably, I would say, a little after maybe 7:30, like it was right before 8.
Charlie Brown, mother.
But I was kind of
shit.
inside that line with all of us. He came in, he had the sunglasses on, he had 2 chains on, not to be confused with the rapper or anything like that. But a lot of
she was waiting to say that. She dropped the bar.
Not giving any type of interview, so we didn't see any of that while we were standing outside the courthouse. Because remember, for our viewers, we're not
nigga African.
As soon as we walk inside those doors, for the most part, the marshals, the bailiffs are telling us.
Look confused. A militant, weird man. What's going on? What's going on?
He was paying attention and was following along with, the preemptive strikes of the jury selection, as well as the opening statements, and then around lunch.
Toss her ass a sub sandwich. Yeah, shut up.
I had no idea where he went pretty much afterwards. So, in this afternoon, I didn't see him in the courtroom, but for this morning, we definitely.
By the way, totally off topic here, but let's talk about something very serious for a quick minute. So that doesn't just show up on me. Now, build little by little. Right?
Happy belated Mother's Day.
You're feeling stuff. You know what I'm talking about.
Tired. Just woke on my way back to. Man, let me tell you something before you get out here. Don't you never get your ass on here and tell us you just getting on to get out. You keep your tired ass sleep. You know what I'm saying? You get on here full of energy. You don't get on here and tell us you tired and on your way back to sleep.
American Financing salary-based consultants are ready to listen. They're ready to help. Get back to peace of mind with American Financing. Call American Financing today, 866-891-20.
Tired, just speaking. On my way back to sleep.
So before we even get into the opening statement, before we even get into the jury final,
shout out for shit. I'm just talking shit though. Appreciate you though, love.
How did Sean Combs appear?
Well, he appeared, in good spirits.
Get your rest. Don't let it happen no more though.
Opening statement. He was brought out a little bit before 9 a.m. He was wearing a gray sweater. He had a white undershirt on. He had gray slacks. He had his glasses with him.
Yeah, there you go. Listen. There you go. Listen like the comment. Just listen. Close your eyes. Put the phone by your ear and just listen. Ooh, like a little Luther or something. Ooh. Just listen then, goddamn it.
Maybe it was because he needed, maybe some religion or that type of thing. And so, yeah, a lot of us kind of spotted him with the Bible. At first, we were like, "Is that a Bible?" And then when he got up, put it inside of his, his legal briefcase or whatever he brings inside that courtroom, then we're like, okay, yeah, that's
yeah, now that nigga believe in God.
Some memorable faces inside that courtroom today. It was really stacked. We had Mark Garagos in the courtroom, Karen Nicola, who is the wife of Mark Nicola. We had Lil Rod inside that courtroom. We had Doug Winter inside that courtroom, and he's a notable face because he represents Cassie Ventura, who is expected to testify tomorrow. We had Quincy Brown inside that courtroom, one of Diddy's, Diddy's adopted son. We had Justin Combs, his mother Misa, was inside that courtroom with Christian Combs, Delilah Combs, Jesse Combs, Chance Combs, Janice Combs, that's going to be Diddy's mother. We have Dana Tran inside that courtroom. Dana is also a pretty notable figure too, because she is the daughter of Diddy's youngest child, Love, who I think is maybe 2 years old, 3 years old at this time. So obviously, the baby wasn't in the courtroom or anything like that. Then we also had the twins' caregiver, Thatch Guardian. She's also imported.
Man, that man got himself into a real situation, boy.
That we saw inside that courtroom. Now, I did hear rumblings that both Lisa Bloom and Gloria Allred were also inside the courthouse today. I believe that they were in the media overflow room.
I wonder why they're not playing this John in the courtroom, like running it.
Those are the main noticeable people that were inside that courtroom today.
Now, you mentioned jury selection. You mentioned the preemptory challenges. We knew that the day was going to start off with finalizing the jurors.
And the reason why?
They use their preemptory challenges to whittle down the number, right? They're striking jurors not for cause.
15 people watching, hit that like button, double tap.
Gender. But the defense took.
I never understand it though. They say 15 or 20, 30, then sometimes you get out there motherfucker and it'll say like 500, 1,000. I guess it's, I don't know. No cameras allowed in Fed court. Okay.
But even as the government was kind of going through all of the prospective jurors that they were striking down, they were for pretty, you can understand the reasons why, number jurors.
Appreciate that info. TJ.
Had a fiance that served time for drug conviction. Another juror, this was number 216. She was moved.
So it's just a lot of read. Gonna be images, pictures.
They harassed a police officer. Juror number 181.
Diddy on trial, fighting for his life. It's gonna be one of them cases, like they said, man. He in the Fed. I got this long. Let me see what else they got. He in the Fed. She talking the whole time.
Was thrown at them in just day one.
Well, hopefully. They don't know everything about
He in the Fed. The Feds got their information. They got what they got. So they gonna come with their facts.
I think that was deliberate in the case of sex trafficking.
It's just like he says, up to the defense.
What is the defense? They're moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I was kind of surprised that Penny Garagos gave the opening statement for the defense. It seemed like
once again, I made the best barbecue baked beans today.
That's why it was Penny Garagos giving those opening statements. That was
them bitches is on point.
She is kind of a spitfire, so I think Penny was kind of the right approach here. She, just like Emily Johnson, kind of gave it very just
shout out to Brazil.
For her opening statements, and just kind of laid it out for the jury. There wasn't a lot of communication, even with her defense openings as well too. But from the defense's perspective, they were painting Diddy and they were honest about it. He's a complicated man, but this isn't a complicated case. Essentially,
complicated man.
Real relationships that the government is turning into a RICO charge and sex trafficking. And this isn't the case that a lot of people may have heard on the news. That's what the defense says. And so they said that essentially Diddy's story will be told over the next 2 months.
This is a complicated man.
Probably the first 5 minutes of the defense opening was, Penny Garagos introduced Diddy officially to the jury, where it's like, this is our defendant, Sean Combs. They refer to him as Sean Combs. It's never really Diddy or P. Diddy or Puff Daddy inside that court. It's always Sean. And so he kind of stood up, sat back down a little bit after his introduction. And, this is something that we were expecting for pretty much the government, or excuse me, the defense, to say that the government shouldn't have any type of place inside of Diddy's bedroom. That, they admit that Diddy had a temper, especially when he drinks. Sometimes he gets so angry. They admit that Diddy lied. He was not the best boyfriend or partner. He was kind of mean to his girlfriends. But he's not charged with being mean. He's not charged with being a jerk to his girlfriends. Essentially, he's charged with criminal acts that they say isn't criminal at all. They pretty much kind of talk about that they'll see domestic violence in this child. And while they do take it seriously, it doesn't amount to sex trafficking from their perspective at all. You know, they admit to Diddy doing drugs. They admitted to Diddy using baby oil. They said it's not a federal crime to use either of those. And they to fight for his freedom. You know, they kind of got a bunch of last week where they were kind of getting
this shit gonna be forever fighting.
Were capable, strong women that were making adult choices. They were free choices. And they came with both the pros and the cons, and that essentially they were getting something out of Diddy, which was, you know, their rent was paid for, Cassie got a car from him, that type of thing. You know, and they said essentially that Diddy was a jealous man, but also that he, you know, that women were jealous of him too. And a lot of his relationships were driven off of jealousy, and that, again, Diddy was extremely jealous, and that, you know, the jealousy and the drugs he'll take responsibility for. You know, and he's not being charged with being a flawed person. Now, when it comes to Cassie specifically in the defense's opening, you know, they talked about how Cassie was in a relationship with another man when she had met Diddy, or that Diddy was in a relationship with Kim Porter until her death, which I thought was pretty particularly interesting, given that for the most part, you know, and you know, I've seen this family like out on social media and that type of thing. And from my perspective, I always felt like Kim.
Can't lie though, folks. Cassie sex is fuck. I wouldn't mind watching the sex tapes with her and no her in it. With her in it, no puppy, bro.
About the 2022 BET award moment where Diddy had specifically mentioned Cassie and that, talking about how Cassie had held him down, that type of thing, because from the defense's perspective, they were pretty much saying
she's sexy though.
that once Cassie kind of knew that she'd never be Diddy's soulmate.
Shit. They gotta look alike at her. You ain't gotta do no type of thing. They got one at her.
Openings that, you know, some parts weren't kind of talked about necessarily.
It ain't even that serious no more. Once you see, you know what I'm saying? If you ever done watched a film or two in your time, once you see the quality of women that's doing this shit, man, like it's like it don't even matter no more. It's like man, listen here, they got all type of women. Women don't even you would think these women, it's like that's what all the pretty women doing right now, man.
Pretty much another interesting part.
I wouldn't even care.
Was that Cassie was having financial trouble at the time that she had filed.
She ain't got enough, man. She straight. She ain't got enough, though. I ain't gonna lie. I guess just because it's her, you know what I'm saying? It'll just be. It's her, you know what I'm saying? It'll just be the wow factor to see Cassie, but you know.
You know, they had asked jurors pretty much
about motive
as testifying, you know, because remember she was an employee of Diddy's and that type of sort. And so, yeah, that was pretty much the biggest moment of the defense opening. I kind of just like recap essentially all of it.
No, yeah, and look, you don't have the ability to have a computer yet. They don't allow electronic devices.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna watch one of them times. I don't wanna watch no bone ass motherfuckers. Yeah, have some meat on your bone, Jack. They pretty shit out the window watching them joint. You know, you gotta be pretty, you know what I'm saying? They got the pretty and with a shape. You see what I'm saying? Her ass up. My boy say they getting sloppy and they don't play this shit.
Want the fastest working GLP-1?
Oh, you know something? You know something I wanted. No, man. I seen somebody talking about this shit though, man. Terry Crews was talking about how he was addicted to yeah. You said equality, but
until you do. Let me say that again. You don't get paid unless you get paid. No upfront fees, no hidden costs.
I think for the best.
Yeah, right. And this,
Jealousy.
yeah.
I think that was articulated well in the sense that this is what the motivations were behind the people who.
Yeah.
It's fascinating that they have owned up and admitted to a lot of what he did, but say it doesn't.
I'm gonna bring that topic to the situation. I'm gonna bring that topic to the broadcast. I'm bringing that John to the podcast.
Number of private crimes in order to
I'm gonna bring that John.
They say there was no bribery of guards.
There's some shit I want to ask, but I ain't gonna ask it right now though.
Make sure that case from the 2016 hotel doesn't come out. Kidnapping? Well, you have somebody who asked to be with him for 10 years. Drug trafficking was about personal use of drugs. So there was no conspiracy here. There's no criminal agreement. I thought this was interesting. And real quick on this, Elizabeth. You know, did I hear this correctly? That they're arguing he didn't pay for sex workers for prostitution purposes, right? Transportation of people for purposes of prostitution, what he's charged with, maximum of 10 years in prison. He was paying them for their time and experience. Did I just correct me if I'm wrong, that's the defense there. That he allegedly
He said you go forget it.
For not what we think he paid sex workers for, allegedly paid sex workers for. Tell me if I'm
Nah, I was gonna say,
you're not completely wrong at all. That is essentially what they are saying.
when I seen that episode when he said that, I was like,
Whether that time be possibly in the bedroom, whether that time be just for time spent, but you were definitely correct, Jesse, where the defense is definitely trying to paint.
I remember I went through a little period though where I was just looking at this shit like it started from a nigga being in jail. So I was just gonna ask whoever just ever been addicted to, or I ain't gonna say addicted, I said went through a little period though where you just used to watch it more than you know. I wonder, is there like a real topic? Because shit, I knew women and shit who said they watch it. So it's like, I guess it had become like just some shit to do.
Or any type of confirmation that, oh wow, or any like big eyeballs. I can't see that from where I was sitting, but
yeah, like he said, a phase. It became like some shit to do. How they just
kind of absorbing what the openings were.
I know in prison I was fucked up though. You see what I'm saying? I was fucked up, man. When they got home to these phones and shit, boy. Man, I was fucked up. Like that, I had got skinny in there, motherfucker. See, my grandma came and saw me and said, boy, your head get big. I said, boy, you need to stop. Man, I was fucked up. Man, I was fucked up in jail. Man. Bro, I need to sell. Real, man.
This witness who again was for the government, he got a call about a woman in distress on the 6th floor of this hotel. And so he says during his testimony, he had observed a male and a female in the lobby. He recognized that this male was Sean Combs.
This shit really though. Like they said, this shit really like that. That shit ain't good though.
Pretty much, and then later on became the director. And
oh, man, look at here. Man, fucking hernia or some shit, man. Hey, bullshit, man. I'm like, God damn. Shit. Man.
again, they had the capacity to rewind it
That
down.
nigga fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't nothing but the devil, man. For real.
But as far as, him writing on incident report, we got to see that exhibit was we got to see the exhibit of the incident report from that day in 2016. So before he responded to the call, he said he looked at the camera, he saw
Hey, look, I said this shit here before too. I gotta nah, bullshit though. I'm bullshit though.
He said that Diddy's demeanor, and this was a pretty interesting point, Jesse, was a blank stare, and he said it was a devilish stare.
What the fuck? What you mean? What the fuck? What happened?
Towel, he's still wearing socks. Another interesting point is that they refer to Cassie as Cece, but it is pretty much right in accordance to Officer Flores. He noticed upon arriving up to that floor that the elevator lobby flower base was
struggle real.
Video prior to that.
It's good. We overcame this shit, man. You hear me?
Told him and Cassie to go back to their room, just so that way other guests in the hotel couldn't hear or notice anything that was going on. Diddy told Cassie that she wasn't going to be leaving this hotel. Officer Flores said that he did close the door all the way back to the hotel room.
So he did it. Kelly, so you think Diddy getting out? He's straight.
This is also pretty important because the government has alleged her to be this person was an escort. They didn't necessarily say that during the direct or anything like that, but that Officer Flores didn't put this person or just this person's activity even inside or in that incident report, something that the defense definitely harped on during their crossing.
He's getting out for so.
A little bit. But as far as
so
the male that was inside the hotel room, he was fully clothed. He was just sitting in the corner of the bed, which was something that Officer Flores noted as kind of
all charge dropped.
Sitting in the bed while all of this stuff was going on outside in the hallway. But pretty much after Cassie left, Diddy called him and was holding a stack of money.
Now don't forget the flowers either.
Officer Flores says he didn't take this money, but noticed that it was $100 bill wrapped in lots of.
Who be fucking with the sea mouse?
So pretty much we got.
Who about that sea mouse life? And black, what is it?
So we got to see more of when that video kind of cut off from what we saw.
Sexual neutral. Okay.
We got to see, at first Cassie, she was
sea mouse and it's some more shit. Black.
Her songs on her, something that we've all seen, right? But then afterwards, she gets up, she goes to the hotel phone, she calls someone, and then Diddy comes back. They go off camera. You also couldn't hear anything on this particular video because there was no sound. Then all of a sudden, Diddy comes back. Cassie's like putting her hands up to get away from Diddy, and then the surveillance kind of glitched in and out, and it was pretty standard that this was a pixelated video. That's what Officer Flores said. But she had called someone on the hotel phone. They saw another camera view also.
The jail. I was gonna get the jail time. I think he's gonna be all the future. Getting a little petty.
I was making so much money with DoorDash. I wanted to earn money in my free time, but I didn't want to get a boring 9 to 5. That's when I found out how much money my friend was making with DoorDash. There are opportunities in over 4,000 cities. Signing up was super easy. And before long, I was already making deliveries. Now, I get to make my own schedule and keep 100%.
I don't know if nobody over here rooting for him. Go to the room for him. Black Cash, yeah, that's it. Black Cash.
You said you won't believe it. I have found the best.
Well, Cali did say free deal.
Yeah, it's called Royal Kingdom. Just came out.
No, we just run the content.
And you don't even need Wi-Fi to
run the content.
play it. It's amazing. Wow, it's
I ain't the judge, jury, or the DA.
This game, she doesn't know it yet. Is it fun? Yeah, it is. And I'm killing it.
I've been so competitive. I'm on level 211.
I just say that I always say,
I
man.
remember when I was on level
It don't look good.
2 weeks ago. Okay, Courtney, actually, I already played Royal Kingdom. Like, what? Yeah. Since when? And guess what? I am so far above you on the leaderboard. Yeah, you can't even see me. That cannot be true. I'm up there. Yeah, keep scrolling. Keep scrolling.
That's way
All I can say, it don't look good.
Hey now, that's what friends are supposed to do. Thank you. Still gonna catch up. Okay.
Throughout all of this, the casting returned back to where Diddy was going. It was essentially
Parents get their kids up willing for section.
so
No, definitely.
Flores says he didn't call the police because Cassie was adamant that she just wanted to leave. Whereas Diddy said, this stuff can't be made public, which is where those allegations of like him allegedly bribing Officer Flores with that $100,000 according to the indictment. But Officer Flores, because just the capabilities of not being able to rewind or download the video, actually snapped the video on his cell phone. So that's when he could kind of see audio, background noise when he was kind of taking the video from his phone. He was making kind of like silly commentary about his shiny shoes, that type of thing. But so this incident happened. He was gone from
There was a
following 2 days.
Stevie from Friend.
A lot of staff was talking about this incident, but he said that the video wasn't there anymore. He never saw that video again until he saw it on the news, presumably when CNN first showed it.
I don't know, focus on,
By Brian Steele.
Phoebe.
Question about the incident report. Question about why he didn't describe Diddy as devilish in the incident report.
That check slowed up, so now it's a problem. People got to start being honest.
He said that they admit that no one at the hotel.
That definitely, could have been the real issue with them. Reason she went on and settled. I mean, he settled. I mean, fuck that. Put it like this. If all this shit was going on, then it really ain't even about the money.
Maybe that will come into evidence later down the line. So under direct examination, Officer Flores says that there was a point where, Diddy was grab his phone and that kind of thing.
If somebody really doing this and did all this shit, it ain't about the money no more. So he wouldn't even been able to, but see, she want to get that money too though. I understand it now. 50 million now. We ain't just gonna pay that 50 up now.
Redirect by the government, pretty much the summation.
They said Jay-Z charges would drop. Jay-Z suing them. They said Jay-Z charges would drop. And we talking about the same, I'm talking about situation. They say Jay-Z charges would drop. And he's supposed to be countersuing for defamation of character. Nah, that's under the table.
I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. When she filed her lawsuit against Sean Combs, I think people were like, I was going to do it. But as soon as that hotel video came out, it not only corroborated that particular moment, that particular section of her, but some would say corroborated her entire account about what happened with Diddy. So I started with talking about the hotel incident and building that up. It is building the jury's view to say, when she takes the stand, she already looks more credible in their eyes. Her account is already backed up by at least one witness, and also the videotape. Which brings me now to the next witness we heard from today, Daniel Phillip. Who is Daniel Phillip and what did he have to say?
Well, let me tell you something, Jesse. When they called Daniel Phillip to the stand, honestly, at first I thought he was just another police officer.
Daniel Phillip.
Muscularly built, a pretty tight suit, but he essentially was a male dancer. Something that I was very surprised at was introduced so early on as far as the witnesses go. But Maureen Combs did this question for the government. Daniel Phillip said that he had received money from Cassie back in 2012 to pretty much have sex with her. He met Cassie through his boss. He was contacted by his boss after receiving a request for a black dancer. So the boss sent him to the Gramercy Park Hotel. Essentially, when Daniel Phillip came to this hotel, and by the way, Gramercy Park Hotel.
So Cassie paying for
from where we are right
sex.
He was expecting that he was doing a striptease for a bachelorette party. So he arrived at the hotel around about nighttime. So when Cassie had opened the door, she was wearing lingerie. She was wearing a red wig. She had sunglasses on. She referred to the other man in her room as her husband. And she made it a point to tell Daniel Phillip, allegedly, that, you know, her husband wasn't gay, that he wouldn't touch the dancer, so essentially that he would feel more comfortable. Daniel Phillip testified that Cassie gave him a few thousands of dollars when he walked inside that hotel room. The candles were lit on the table. There was astral blood in the room, something that, you know, was both talked about in the indictments, as well as Cassie's now settled civil suit. It was a dark room, and then a man also came. He was in a white robe. He had a bandana over his nose and pretty much his mouth. So if you can picture like people going to music festivals in the desert, that type of thing. That was kind of what I was picturing.
Not doing no shit like that,
Wearing a hat.
man.
So just by that description, you could tell that this person just didn't want to be identified. But according to Daniel Phillip, this man was referred to as Baby, and then he recognized the voice as being that of Sean Combs. So he said that Diddy didn't say much. But that Diddy, while he was kind of going under this, like, you know, persona, was working in importing/exporting, which I thought was an interesting kind of tidbit to talk about if you're going to come up with a fake job, but I guess. But Daniel Phillips, he testified that he and Cassie had sex, that she had rubbed baby oil on him. He had rubbed it on her as well, too. Now, this is a part where, you know, it gets very, very graphic. Something that, you know, they talk about in the indictment as well too, that, you know, Diddy was watching, he had pleasured himself during it, that Daniel Phillip wasn't wearing protection during this encounter. And I talk about this specifically because at this moment when it started to get more,
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's when I saw Diddy's daughters get out of the courtroom. You know, imagine listening and being inside that gallery and listening to your father's proclivities and alleged crimes, especially sex crimes at that, and just having to go into the full detail of it. I saw them kind of
weird ass nigga.
They stayed outside of the courtroom for a little bit. They came back, but then I think their guardians and moms were kind of like,
Yeah, they look weird though.
But they were just kind of.
I'm gonna tell y'all something too. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Man, the old I done got, and when I was younger, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. When I was younger, especially when I used to be around women and shit, like I used to like have a habit of licking my lips and shit. And I still do it sometimes now. But I definitely make sure I ain't doing no motherfucking lipping and shit. When I'm sitting here speaking around 1,000 men and all the men face, I'm licking the shit out of my lips. And you know what I'm saying? I don't watch some interviews where niggas be talking to men and just be, man, I can't even watch this shit. So I done seen numerous interviews. You know, these niggas weird, man. This shit just weird anyway, man. This shit just done got out. So we knew it. The more that they put this shit into their face, man, we know this shit weird, man. There's some shit you don't do around men, man. It's some shit, and there's definitely one on. We're definitely one on.
Participating in these sexual encounters, mainly because he saw Diddy being physically abusive toward Cassie. Said that he's, there was one incident where he had taken her to the back of.
My old job didn't have room to grow, so I looked into a cybersecurity degree from WGU. Cybersecurity jobs are expected to increase by 35% from 2021 to 2031. Earn a degree that can help you thrive with WGU.
Hello, Moto. Are you sick of paying overdraft fees? Chime can file you up to $200 in between paychecks fee-free. You heard that right, fee-free. Join Chime, #1 wholesale banking app.
They made me watch all this shit. The more money you got, the more off. The wild shit and people you meet just give me enough to take care of. Yeah, like I said, I'm cool. I just want to be. I just want to have enough to, you know what I'm saying? Basically, like what you're saying, take care of my family. You know, nigga, just I'd rather be. It take money to live now. We ain't gonna go dumb. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna go dumb. But I'd rather be, you know what I'm saying, be rich in spirit and values and then you know what I'm saying. I also had that cash though, but I don't want the cash to take you know mean more to me than principles and shit. Cause really right now, like I'm pretty much all at my want stage. Like I like nice shit. Don't get it twisted. But I don't have to have the newest, the current. I ain't into that phase though. You know, I'm liking different shit now. I'm liking to save up, you know, to do different shit with my money. He said that he wasn't even necessarily a male dancer whenever he was working at this company. This company that was a male review shop. Essentially, he was just a supervisor, and that the company was using fake addresses to optimize searches, and Daniel Phillip didn't know it was fraudulent, that type of thing. So it seems like from the defense's perspective, it's definitely attack the credibility of whoever is going to be on that witness stand.
And let me add, it seems that they're saying that Cassandra Ventura was a willing participant in all of this. And I think I understood the reporting to suggest that Mr. Phillip had asked Cassandra Ventura, why are you still with him? Right? I mean, that's going to be a big thing. Why did you keep coming back to Diddy? And correct me if I'm wrong with this, did we learn a little bit more about the text message history between her and Phillip? Because the more that the defense can highlight that, you know, if she was sending him these messages and recruiting him, how much was it Diddy's direction versus how much she was doing herself? I mean, weren't the text messages between them quite explicit?
Well, the problem is we couldn't see the text messages whenever the defense was talking about them. They were displayed essentially just for the parties only. And so we, inside the gallery, couldn't even see the text messages. So we don't really know the full extent of what was said on them. Even from my view, really, I could only see just kind of the outscope of just one message, and my eyesight's not the best, so I couldn't really read in depth.
I'm talking to you.
Text messages, but it seems like
verbiage is
that this text chain will actually be brought back when Cassie does get on the stand. So that's probably when we in the gallery will probably be able to see what this text chain really includes. From what we saw when Daniel Phillip was on the stand, we could not see the full extent of this particular exhibit that making the text message.
Yeah, it's like you traded your manhood for riches and everything you stood for. If I can't be a man no more after having all that money, then I'll stay right here and ride and eat right with the peanut butter. It's all good. Like what you said, bro. What you said. Nah, I just want to be comfortable though, man. Like, and when I say comfortable, you know, nigga mean, you know, real comfortable though.
About it. This is somebody who, you know, Diddy had encounters with.
Real comfortable, man.
Just from what Daniel Phillip.
I don't need all the money in the world.
And so he definitely was somebody that he kept a close eye on. Probably,
you know, they depreciate money so much. And, you know, the niggas spend it on this and spend it frivolously. But you know, you can give me one on. You can give me one M. And you know, You know, they say you can't say what you will do, but shit, you know, M right now is generational wealth. You know, you can take $1 million and live off of it for the rest of your life. Your kids can live off of it if you do the right shit with it. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. You know, if the first thing you ain't trying to do is go buy no house and car and buy mama this, you know, get all the shit you've been wanting to get your whole life, then you know, $1 million you can work.
Stop paying. I served it.
I want to keep that bucket through the week. I want to keep the bucket through the week and a nice Range Rover available for the weekend. These are good things. Yeah. That, you know what? My dream truck, like I did the Beamer, like I got a BMW now. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to upgrade up to the 750. But you know, I done did the Beamer shit. But my dream car is the Range Rover though. Like that. The junk is like 100,000. I don't know what class it is, but I know it's the grown man Range Rover, the grown up son. That boy there. That's the junk I really want. So that's like my dream car. Like if I get the range, I'm straight. So I'm gonna give me a range for sure. Oh, it's all over with, man. Gotta have the range. I'm finna upgrade the Beamer. I want this 750 though. That motherfucker 750 is that bitch nasty. A mini Viper. So I'm gonna do the 750. And like you said, man, a little bucket. I really want me another conversion van, like with the blinds and the towel on the back. Like that'll be my everyday car. Like true story. So truth in the van, truth in the conversion van, the back seat that lay down to a bed with the captain chair, the lights in it. Like I had one of them motherfuckers I flipped over in it a couple winters ago. One supposed to be out, had a little argument. Man, fuck this shit, I'm finna go to the crib. Oh man, you don't need to go nowhere, man. I'm finna go to the crib. I'm getting stuck in the hotel parking lot onto my in the snow. I'm stuck and I'm still bucking. Some telling me to stay, but I'm pride, man. What made me mad. I don't gotta be here. I'm finna shoot to the crib. Soon as I'm 3 minutes from the house, man, my shit flip over. I'm upside down. I'm in that motherfucker like, God damn, I just flipped over. Ain't nobody finna come help me. And I realized, shit, I'm down here by myself. I ain't finna send the ambulance. I ain't finna do nothing. I'm just down here, man. I said, damn, let me go ahead and grab what I can get up out this bitch. And let me go on road, man. I fucked my van off. I test drove one, and it had a captain seat, peanut butter, everything, redwood, man. Yeah, rain ain't no joke. Hey, yeah, I know that rain. That motherfucker so nasty, Jack. That motherfucker nasty, bro. I don't care about no other car. It's cool. You can have them joints. Man, you give me that Range Rover, low mileage, and really, really, you know, see the Beamer. That's like my first real foreign. You know what I'm saying? I had that joint about 4 years now. So really, I made some mistakes with the Beamer, just trial and error that I wouldn't do now. You know what I'm saying? Like I done put that bitch on plenty cross country trips, you know what I'm saying? From the city to the West Coast, from the West Coast to yeah. So I wouldn't do that no more. Man, shit, I was Man, Uber and DoorDash in the goddamn Beamer. I'm all out in Denver. DoorDash and the Uber and in the Beamer and shit. So I wouldn't do that no more. It'll really be like a weekend car though. When I get to 750 though, man, I'm gonna drive that bitch on the weekend. Range Rover with the sunroof stretched from the front to the back. I said, God damn, that motherfucker nasty. Drive it on the weekend for real, for real. No more everyday use. I ain't gonna lie. Cause when you drive them type of cars every day, it's just prone for shit to happen though. You know what I'm saying? It's just prone for shit to happen. So right now, the Beamer in the shop right now. I know I'm probably about, this is what I'm saying. This is why I'm really trying to save up because I paid $10,000 for the Beamer a couple years ago, 4 years ago. So in these 4 years, just being real, I know I'm probably about 25,000, 30,000 into the Beamer within 4 years. So you add that onto the oil change. I'm talking about this is getting shit fixed. Like for real. Maintenance checkups and then we take, yeah, so yeah. Man, and that motherfucker paid for, so I buy the cash and all the other shit aftermarket, wham. So I'm like, shit, I might as well just save up and just get what I want. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna save up again and try to, try to find me, maybe go to me like a Fed auction or some shit like that. Try to take me like 20,000 to a Fed auction and see can I get me a Range Rover or maybe DuPont register or some shit like that. Maybe do it that way, but I definitely want me a Range Rover though, man. So, and hopefully I can find me one with low mileage, with decent miles. And, like I said, I'm going to just ride that motherfucker respectively though. Hey, I got it. It's going to get drove. I got it, man. It's just like one of them trophies to be able to, like you said, nigga ride the bucket all week and just be able to jump in the range. And, that's how I be feeling when I can. I remember when I used to be in my little Chrysler, that motherfucker, real bucket, the back window, I got the convertible Chrysler, the back window out. I done put the plexiglass in that motherfucker. It's a good car though. I bought that bitch in Cali. And people see me in the bucket. Yeah. Or they'll see me on one of my little stand-up scooters and all that old shit. Don't know a nigga got a real machine too though. So it's just fun to have people see you, like I said, see me on the electric bike. However a nigga moving around when they moving around and don't know. So I like having the fact that if I choose to, shit, they can break out. The Beamer do ride nice and it look good and it's a good feeling, but it just I got big. Well, I'm already big, but I kind of outgrew my series, that 5 series, man. It's time for a 7 series. So, I want to stretch my legs out a little more. And that 5 series is just, then I'm ready for the SUV though. I'm ready for that Range Rover life though. Hey, but check it out. I definitely appreciate y'all fucking with me, coming through. It sound like it's raining like a motherfucker out here. I sure was about to make a store run, but I guess that's God's way of saying, sit your ass down. Don't lay down and get a little sleep. Man, I'm out of here though. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Topic of the day was Diddy. Day one of the trial. What we expect. How it's going. What it looking like. You know, a nice affordable car, Avalon. It is. It is. It is. It is affordable. It is nice. I might need to get back into the affordability of things because just being real, like I just spoke, all of that extra money was, fees, service fees. So when you spend $25,000 to get a car fixed and shit over years, and you spend $10,000 for it, you're right. So maybe I need to go with a car, like they say, a car you can afford, because I don't want to go through them issues no more either though. Like the maintenance. If I get a Range Rover, that need to be the only thing I'm paying for. I need to pay a note on that motherfucker. I need to take me $10,000, $15,000 to the dealership and try to give me maybe the year, something like that, and just pay me a note on it, motherfucker, and do it like that. You must got your Avalon. They nice though. Really, every company nowadays, you can find you a nice car with every company. Shit, Kia even got some nice cars. Every company got some nice cars. Acura MDX. Okay. Acura MDX. I'm trying to fat though. Yeah. But yeah, we talked about Diddy and Tory Lanez and stuff. Man. We probably gonna tomorrow. They probably gonna come back through with some more information on Tory Lanez, what happened with it. So probably be jumping back on this situation tomorrow. The barbecue beans I made, motherfucker, so good. I want some more, so I'm finna go give me a little more of them barbecue baked beans. I'm just eating barbecue baked beans with the light ground beef with a Hawaiian roll. That's just gonna do it. They're gonna do it for me. I don't know if you're supposed to eat barbecue baked beans with light ground beef and a Hawaiian roll at 4:35 in the morning, but this shit was so good. That's what I want. Show the merch, folks. I'm fucking with it. I appreciate it. It says trust no one. Appreciate it. But make sure y'all tune in, man. Do not tune me out. Definitely finna get back to interviews. I don't know what my hand just did. I don't know what kind of movement that was, but hey, it looks a little weird that I'm looking at it. But I'm definitely finna get back to interviews, some more content. Man, I be drained. Just be patient. Y'all be patient with the diploma, man. Be patient with the diploma. I'm finna do this little vlog, though. I'm working on this vlog, though. I'm finna pull up and see what type of, traction they can get. So we got a vlog coming up, a little hood vlog. We're gonna fuck with the, like I said, I got that going on. I also got some live performances going on. I'm just trying to get my spot together as well, too. Get my spot together. I'm working on some content though, man. Definitely working. That's the worker, man. So go subscribe, man, to all the moderators if y'all don't, man. It's possible. Go subscribe. Continue to check me out. Tune me in. Tune in. Do not tune me out. Tune me in. God damn, I'm getting sleepy. But I'm out of here though, y'all. I appreciate it though.